Here we go again. Please make sure you subscribe. Just a few days to go until the start of the new Premier League season, and clubs are looking to finalize any deals for new signings ahead of their campaigns beginning. Manchester United have brought in a new forward line of Benjamin Sesko, Bryan Mbeumo, and Matheus Cunha, and have their sights set on more incomings. Gianluigi Donnarumma was left out of PSG's Super Cup squad against Tottenham and will leave the club this summer, while Ruben Amorim is pushing the hierarchy to sign midfielder Carlos Baleba from Brighton. Man United pushing for Carlos Baleba transfer as they come up with pay structure and swap deal proposal. United remain undeterred by Brighton's tough stance. Manchester United are planning to continue pushing for Carlos Baleba's signature. Brighton are understood to want around £120 million for the 21-year-old, with owner Tony Bloom known for sticking to his guns. But the Old Trafford hierarchy remain unfazed by Brighton's refusal and are currently figuring out how to construct a payment package. According to The Independent, United are considering an initial £80 million fee, with the rest made up of add-ons. There would be a will to send a player such as Romelu Jadon Sancho the other way, but it's unlikely that Brighton will go for that. But it's also understood that Baleba is priced above what United would be prepared to pay this summer. He is the midfielder that United's Ineos hierarchy would wish to sign, were they not operating within tight PSR rules. Fans questioned how the club could afford to splash £200 million on three new signings: Matheus Cunha, Bryan Mbeumo, and Benjamin Sesko. But it's become clear that the PSR scare stories were perhaps overblown, with United operating within the guidelines after spreading out contracts installments. However, splashing another £100 million on a player might be too big an ask. United are on the hunt for a dynamic midfielder to go in Ruben Amorim's 3-4-3 pivot after unconvincing displays by Manuel Ugarte and Casemiro in pre-season. Academy hero and breakout England midfielder Kobbie Mainoo is also struggling to find a consistent place and position in Amorim's squad. Baleba joined Brighton in 2023, but has already secured his position as a key figure for the Seagulls, making 34 appearances in a season where Brighton finished 8th. He is another example of Brighton's impressive scouting system, signed as a replacement for British record transfer Moises Caicedo, who, in turn, took the place of Yves Bissouma after a big money move to Tottenham. This is a tried and tested formula for Brighton, as they've lost key players in the past, such as Alexis Mac Allister, only for others to step up and fill in. Baleba previously told The Sun that praise from players like Declan Rice, Cunha, and Joelinton, as well as watching Man City star Rodri lift the Ballon d'Or, has encouraged him to set his sights on the most prestigious individual award in football. He missed Brighton's last 3 pre-season games, having not played since mid-July with a reported knee injury. Shock Premier League side considering hijacking Rasmus Hojlund transfer, as Man United flop looks set for AC Milan. Hojlund was sent a clear message last weekend. Manchester United look poised to give the green light for Rasmus Hojlund to join AC Milan on loan. It's understood that Hojlund is open to the move after United splashed out over £200 million on a new strike force this summer, after a stellar pre-season performance in United's 4-1 win over Bournemouth in Chicago. Hojlund expressed his desire to stay and fight for a place in Ruben Amorim's 4-3-2-1 system. But the last fortnight has seen the 22-year-old striker's fortunes change, and a U-turn could be imminent, with talks taking place between Milan and Hojlund's camp. The Dane, who signed for £72 million from Atalanta in 2023, could be set for a return to Italy, with AC Milan offering a £4.5 million loan fee. The Serie A giants have also included a £39 million option to buy him next summer, but Fulham have now expressed an interest in Hojlund, as Craven Cottage striker Rodrigo Muniz is the subject of bids from Atalanta. They would want reassurances first, though, that Hojlund is serious about making it work in West London. Hojlund's long-term future was plunged into doubt last week after United signed striker Benjamin Sesko from RB Leipzig in a deal worth £73.7 million. And on the day of Sesko's unveiling to 65,000 fans at Old Trafford last Saturday, Hojlund was an unused sub for the final pre-season friendly against Fiorentina. Despite being the only recognized striker in the squad, Amorim played midfielder Mason Mount as a false no 9 in United's penalty shootout win over the Serie A side. Best online casinos, top sites in the UK. After that game, Amorim said, "We struggled without a reference as a striker. We have a new player, so we'll see." While United sources deny Hojlund has specifically been told he will not feature for United this season, his chances will be hard to come by. With the Red Devils out of Europe this season, there will not be as many opportunities to play in the reduced schedule. Amorim has always spoken positively about Hojlund, whose deal expires in 2028 with an extension option available. A stay at Old Trafford would see Hojlund competing for a place with Sesko, Matheus Cunha, and Joshua Zirkzee. Hojlund struggled in his second season at the Red Devils, as he only netted 10 times and picked up 4 assists in 52 matches in the 2024-25 campaign. Manchester United are set to sanction a loan move for midfielder Toby Collyer, a vital step in his career. After a 2024-25 season of promise, Toby Collyer might be a little disappointed to be sent out on loan in 2025-26. But this is exactly what he needs. Collyer is on the verge of a season-long loan move to Championship challengers West Bromwich Albion. BBC Sport report. Ruben Amorim did not select Collyer in the final 2 games of pre-season, and he played only 88 minutes across the previous 3 games of action. Toby Collyer was on the precipice of a breakthrough. Manchester United signed Toby Collyer in early 2022 from Brighton and Hove Albion, making a rare swoop on the Seagulls academy. Collyer was rated as one of the best defensive midfield prospects in the country, making his under-18s debut for Brighton at just 15. He made only 3 appearances for United's under-18s before moving on to under-21 level, and eventually the first team. Toby Collyer impressed former boss Erik ten Hag during pre-season 2024, and he made his senior debut at Wembley in the Community Shield. This was one of several optimistic moments for Collyer last season that ended up being false dawns. He came off the bench and impressed in a home loss to Liverpool, before taking Casemiro's spot at the start of 2025, impressing in a Europa League clash against Rangers. Amorim was reluctant to go all in on Collyer, and Casemiro ended up winning back his slot. With Collyer's season trailing off due to injury, Erik ten Hag's 3-man midfield system gave Collyer a better shot of game time in comparison to Amorim's midfield too. Collyer is competing with Casemiro, Manuel Ugarte, Kobbie Mainoo, and Bruno Fernandes, and was well down the queue. He cannot afford for this year to pan out the same way as last season, at a critical juncture in his career. Collyer played only 6 Premier League games last season, totaling 174 minutes, under 2 full matches. At 21 years old, he needs to play competitive football, and this loan move serves him best. Toby Collyer has 2 paths. Both can benefit United. This will be Casemiro's final season at United due to his expiring contract, and in an ideal scenario for Collyer, he will return to the club next summer with more experience and in a better situation to earn a starting spot. Collyer must prove he can shine at Championship level in the same way Ahmad did at Sunderland, returning to the club stronger. And if he cannot quite manage that, Collyer will still likely enhance his reputation to the point that United can still sell him on for a fee next summer to another Championship club. United and West Brom are providing him with the chance to add to the 13 total senior appearances he has in professional football. Ruben Amorim is hoping his team bounces back after enduring a turbulent first 6 months at Old Trafford. United went unbeaten throughout pre-season and will hope to continue that form when they take on Arsenal in the Premier League opener on Sunday. It's a golden chance to take points from one of our rivals early on in the campaign. After a promising pre-season, confidence is brewing in United's first team, and the players believe they can get better results on the pitch. Mason Mount excited about the 2025-26 season. Mason Mount is one of the players who impressed during pre-season. Like the rest of the United team, Mount has been preparing to face Arsenal this weekend. Mount believes facing Arsenal in the first game gives United a chance to gain momentum early on. That I think for us it's so important to start well, to start quick, to start with that intensity, Mount told Inside United. We're a team that definitely can push with that and win games with that intensity and the way we want to press, the way we want to move the ball and dominate the ball, and create chances. That's the way the manager wants to play, so it's exciting for us to see what we're doing in training and put that into the games. I think to start with that game against Arsenal is going to be massive for us, to start on the front foot and really push forward. Arsenal will come to Old Trafford expecting to challenge for the title this season, but Liverpool and Man City hope to have something to say about that. United's objective is to get back into the Champions League with a strong finish in the league. Mount focused on performance. There is a lot of emphasis being put on Amorim's preferred system going into the new season. Granted, Mount can stay fit. He is a player who can benefit from having Amorim as a head coach, especially with his ability to press in the final third. Mount stressed that he is focused on the team's performance in the upcoming game against Arsenal. He added, "Every game that we'll be playing will have that kind of focus to be able to perform and really kick on and put what was wrong right this season coming. Every game is going to be a massive focus to keep that performance level really high and the details really high."